I had to get rid of my ego to learn how to be around people that are more successful than me because they've allowed me to be more successful than others and allowed me to be sharper to when things happen. And honestly, taking risks, not being scared to take risks when it comes to things.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the TCG Table. Today, I have yet another special guest. Things are getting spicy, so let me give him a proper introduction. This man is held all the way from the 10940. My guest today is Troy, and he is the visionary behind CoastCollectibles. He is also an educator who happens to love Pokemon. And he will tell you all about his story in just a little bit here. But really, he got into Pokemon collecting and vending more recently. And we want to make sure that we capture the spectrum of people who are collecting and vending. So when I think about this episode, to make sure that everybody is going to be able to capture something and take away something, he's the first one I think about and have in mind. So without further ado, welcome my first guest today, Troy. Troy, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. I hope the coffee is good for you. I made that myself, so
He did, and now he put his foot into that one. Like
I
like to say.
Yeah. So I got my own coffee here, guys. 7 Leaf, check them out. Hey, sponsor me, guys.
Check out YouTube. What did you use for the Vietnamese coffee? Is it like a
it's
certain
just like
mixer in it?
condensed milk.
It's just condensed milk?
Just condensed milk.
You killed it with that one.
Yeah.
I typically don't drink coffee with milk, but I always take what I'm receiving as like a guest. So the fact that you gave me this, and this is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm glad.
I might have to go to only Thai shops or Vietnamese shops going forward just to get coffee if this is how it is.
Just come over, man. I'll have you.
True,
my
yeah.
guest
What am
all
I
the
even
time.
doing all that for?
All right, man. Let's get into it, guys. So let's talk about Pokemon TCG. That's what we're here about.
Yes, sir.
First question for you. Right out the bat, we're going to get started. It's going to get spicy. Do you remember how we met?
I do remember how we met.
Tell the story.
So naturally, when I go to events, I'm a very charismatic individual. I've never been a person that's like hiding away from people or like hiding away from cameras or hiding away from mics or lights, But when we were at one of the events, I had walked up to you and your wife at the time, or not at the time, but your wife. I walked up to you and your wife, and I was just very charismatic. I saw what you guys were doing. I believe you might have had a wheel at the time, or maybe not. Might be confusing the stories, but you were at your table, and I just came up to you with energy. I don't remember if we had a trade specific that we were setting up. We still have never done a trade to this day, so we need to. Or just I don't think we ever made a business deal yet, have we?
No,
we haven't.
No,
it's crazy that we're here,
We were
right?
close, and
we were
you
very
just
close.
ignore me.
Man.
It's all right.
It's all good. We're going to do one in the future.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
We'll see.
But that was the first introduction of how I got to meet you, along with the charisma and just like what I was bouncing off. But what really made us connect, and I'll never forget that, outside of our first initial meeting, was your daughter, actually.
Yeah.
So it was at SoCal TCG, and your daughter was sitting down with one of my friend Nate, was sitting down with his son.
Yeah.
And she was talking to him, and I had never seen her before, and like I've always seen Nate's kid, and I was just like, oh wow, another kid in the mix that's like cool with like a vendor's child or whatever it might have been. So I started like talking to them as I do, and naturally being an educator for children, like I connect with kids very easily. So I was talking with her. She was very well spoken, very like super optimistic, and I'm like, it's very rare that I find children, especially, and I'm guessing like she's 9. Especially at 9 years old, I rarely find children that are that charismatic, that talkative, that outgoing. I don't find that often. So I connected with her like on that level. I'm like, wow, she talks very well. She carries herself very well. She's very happy. And then I found out that she was drawing Pokemon cards for people. And then there was Cody. She called Cody Uncle Cody. So that shout out Cody. That brought an immediate connection from there. So I bridged those together, and I'm like, whose kid is she? Then I went over to you, and you and your wife were talking, and you had pointed at her, and I was like, is that your daughter? And it all just came full circle at that moment. And so she, to this day, Lil Benny has a card that she made for me, a little Bulbasaur card. And that's kind of like, I guess we did business together because I did business with her, so it like kind of carries through the family. But that was the real moment. And there was also a moment where you caught me, and I didn't know this. You were recording me and her in
That's right.
oh man, I forgot Nate's son's name. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I was talking. Yeah.
Jaden.
I was watching all of them. We were all talking, and I was just like, wow. So it just pieced together from there. And from then, that was like my small introduction to like getting cooler with you, getting cooler with your wife, getting cooler with your daughter. And I was like, just kind of mind blown from that moment, kind of going forward, because I was introduced to the family and just, it all made sense. So that's the moment that we really connected, aside from that small meet.
Yeah. So that brings me to my first real question for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell me and listeners and the viewers your backstory. How'd you get into Pokemon? Collector, and also get into vending, right? Because I mean, honestly, these days, like being a vendor is like all the hype. I've seen so many new vendors. Like to say that I'm a veteran is kind of scary.
It is.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so I want to hear your story. How tell everybody.
I mean, I started off pretty much with any kid kind of getting into Pokemon. Like the first moment I heard the Pokemon theme song is when Pokemon really clicked to me as like a child. I was like, wow, I want to be the very best. And that mantra has always carried with me through life. Anything I do, I want to be the very best at. And I'm also willing to partner with people to be the very best. If you look at Ash during the series, all he had was people that joined him along his journey to become the very best. And they became the very best. They might have got cycled out at a certain point to introduce new people.
They were all better than him.
They were all better than him, to be honest with you. Like, Brock was a hell of a dude, man. Hell of a dude. But, like, I always wanted to be the very best at what I did. So Pokemon's mantra, like the song, the first moment, like the first 5 seconds of what you hear is that. Like, that carried with me. So watching the anime brought a new love to me. Like, that's where my original Pokemon journey started. And it kind of grew from there. I never stuck to the TCG much, actually, when I was a kid. I stuck to the games. So everything up from Fire Red. Actually, no, I played Yellow. Everything up from Yellow to about Black and White. I played every single game. I played it. I beat it. I've 100%ed it. I've catched every single Pokemon, Pokédex-wise, scrolled through it. I was a little perfectionist when it came to those games because I wanted everything. I wanted to be the very best. I'm like, nah, I'm never stepping out of it. That's the reason why when I play games now, like even if they're hard games and they like irritate me, like Dark Souls type of games or like Cuphead.
I beat every one of them.
You did?
Yeah.
You ever played Cuphead before?
I never got into it, thank God, because that would have wrecked me.
Don't ever get into it because there's a mode in the game. Oh, to go to that real fast. There's a mode in the game where you can beat it normally and 100% it, but there's the expert mode. And the only way for you to beat the expert mode and to get all the gold stars is to never get hit once.
I imagine.
And a lot of those levels are like what the classic game thing is called bullet hells, and it's just a bunch of like projectiles flying around. It's the worst. Don't play Cuphead.
I grew up in Contra eras, okay?
Oh, okay. So you dig it. You understand.
I get it.
And to cycle to my TCG journey, it was back in 2022, Silver Tempest era. And I'm opening packs, my cousin starts telling me like, yo, there's a set that came out with Lugia. I was like, Lugia? Pokemon Movie 2 is one of my favorite movies, by the way. Oh. Like the one after Mewtwo Strikes Back. Yep. Pokemon 2000, I think that's what it's called, with Lugia. I remember the girl going up there playing with the flute and everything like that. I still remember that tune in my head, by the way, but that's a different story. I was like, oh, Lugia's in a set and the artwork was crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta pull this thing. And I didn't know how difficult Pokemon like chases were to pull. So I'm like, all right, well, this is gonna be a breeze. I'm gonna open these packs and I'm about to get 10 Lugias. So I went on Amazon. Oh. And this is when you can go on Amazon and just buy it straight out. This is when you didn't have to go against bots or any of this other stuff going on right now. Shout out all the botters out there. You didn't have to do any of that stuff. So I went on Amazon. I bought like 10 booster bundles. Me and my cousin actually split the order. So he sent me some money and we went pack for pack, like inside the bundle. Like you get this pack, you get this pack, I get this pack. You know what I mean? Like kind of splitting it. And I opened up all of it and got absolutely nothing. We opened it got cooked. I opened it on Discord with him, like on the thing. I think I pulled like maybe some rainbow trainers. To this day, if you ever need a trainer pulled, just call me because I could pull a trainer. I can't pull a chase, but a trainer, I got it.
Same.
But you got A-Specs too. So you got
A-Spec and trainer.
You got one up on me.
Should I just rename the podcast to that?
You should. Yeah, A-Spec podcast.
A-Spec and trainer.
A-Spec and trainer TCG.
Yeah, that's right.
But Opened up all of them, got a bunch of rainbow trainers, and I told my cousin, I was like, man, forget this. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm not playing this. I'm not opening no practice. I spent so much money, yada, yada. I sent them everything. I sent them the bulk, the trainers. There's probably some stuff in there that's worth a lot now. But nevertheless, sent him all of that. He got it, probably still has it to this day, and I quit Pokemon at that point. 2024 rolled around, the end of 2024. I just came out of selling like sneakers and reselling in that community. I was a big sneaker reseller beforehand. If you ever go in the streets and ever hear streets of LA and talk about Situated Tea, they know exactly who I am. They know what I was doing in them lines to make it happen. But again, that's a story for a different day. Came off the TCG, I came off the sneaker market, and I was like, man, I'm looking for my next thing because sneakers kind of dried up a little bit. All right, well, what's next? Like, I can't just go work a job. You know what I mean? Like, that's not my vibe. Like, I can't go clock back into IHOP. You know?
Here I am working a job and doing this.
So I'm like, yo, I just can't do that. So my cousin started talking to me. He got in my ear. In 2024 in October, that's when I think Surging Sparks dropped around that time, maybe a little bit after that. And I was like, ooh, no. 151 is what I saw.
Oh.
I saw 151, and I was like, oh, they redid the original 151? I know the song, so I love all these Pokemon in here. Was listening to my cousin, yo, the market's on fire right now with this, like, set. You could barely get it. I'm seeing pictures and screenshots from Twitter back in the day when the shelves were filled up with ETBs, booster bundles, you name it. I'm like, yo, I can't get none of these. So I'm waiting at GameStop lines. Trying to get a Blooming Waters box.
Oh,
and trying to get like a little certain Sparks
that doesn't
pack.
exist.
Oh, that doesn't exist at all. Like,
we were living in an alternate universe at that time.
Yeah, at that time it really was crazy because you can't go to no GameStop and get nothing now. Like that was pre-boom, or like kind of post pre-boom, whatever. But I go there, waiting at the GameStop, meet a really cool dude. I had my Supreme chair with me. One day I'll bring the Supreme chair on this so y'all can see it. Had a Supreme chair with me, sitting down. Everybody in his crew came and they didn't bring a chair. They was all standing. So I let everybody sit in my chair because I'm not selfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm cool with y'all all night. We're all together. We're all just kind of rotating my chair in and out. Everybody sits down. The daylight comes. We get our Blooming Water box, and I met a bunch of new friends. I made a bunch of new friends from there because everybody's sitting in my chair. We're all cool. We got snacks with each other. Went to the CVS. You name it. One of the dudes, his name is Will or Ken. Shout out Ken. Love you, bro. But I had sent them a message because we were talking so much, like just about like TCG and how much we got back into it, how much we loved it. And I seen LA Card Fest pop up. And that was an event where like
shout out to that too.
Shout out LA Card Fest, man. Big shout out to LA Card Fest. Isaiah and your brother, I love you both, man. You guys, you both made me into a monster. Your venues and everything that y'all did, I'm really appreciative of y'all. Seriously, man. I wouldn't be where I am right now without LA Card Fest. Real talk. And all these other guys, like all, SoCal TCG.
Shout out to SoCal TCG.
Shout out SoCal TCG. Shout out all these events that I've ever vended at. Shout out OC Card Show. Shout out,
so many,
man. Seriously.
So many.
But like those three, shout out to all you guys. Shout out regionals. You gotta shout out regionals. Shout out West Coast Card Show. I love you all. You literally have made me and catapulted me to a new place that I can be forever thankful for. So really thank you all, and I love y'all.
Yeah, I got a good story about Jay from Regional, man. You're the best.
He is. He's a really good dude, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
he's a really good dude.
But I'll finish up. But I reached out to him. I saw LA Card Fest doing a thing, and I'm like, well, what reached out to Will? Yo, you ever thought about vending? Because I see all these vendors on the list. I'm like, man, what is a vendor? Like, I don't know, do this. I never went to like a sneaker con or any of those stuff there. So I was like, yo, what is a vendor? I was like, yo, you ever thought about vending? Will was like, oh, man, I always wanted to, but I was always looking for somebody to split a table with. So I said, let's split a table. And since March 26th of 2025, I've been vending every single weekend. I haven't taken a break. I've been serving the communities, giving away cards to kids for trade-up challenges, giving out 85% deals and 80% and 775s to some loyal customers that come through. And I've just been loving the process, man. So
shout out to all you organizers working us like a dog.
Really, real talk,
kidding.
man.
I love y'all.
Give somebody a weekend off, man. We gotta breathe.
I know.
But yeah, that's
awesome. That's awesome.
That's my story, man.
Nice. Okay. Cool. I mean, we have a pretty parallel. I mean, I'm not going to keep regurgitating my story. I started in January and same thing, right? I mean, we talked about it. My daughter got me into it.
Shout
been
out
doing
Benny.
it. Yeah, shout out to
Shout
Benny.
out Benny. Shout out
Yeah,
little Benny.
you watch this in like 10, 20 years. You're like, ugh. What is this Pokemon thing? I'm over it. Yeah. But anyway, so with that said, I would love to get into your mind. Let's start with, what do you like about being a vendor? Let's start there.
Yeah, what I like about being a vendor is honestly just connecting, man. I've always built myself off of connections. I've always built myself off of just knowing people, right place, right time, doing well by people, and connecting with people. And that's always catapulted me to new heights. So being a vendor allows me to do all of that. It allows me to meet people. It allows me to go out and be in rooms where I never thought I would be. Like to this day, only doing official vending for what, 5 months? No, like 4 months at this point.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Like I've been in rooms and seen things and seen amounts of money that I've never seen in my life. So it's a humbling experience, but at the same exact time, it is so fun because it's just connecting with people. I never thought that me chasing a Charizard from 151 would have brought me to like being a vendor and connecting with all these people. But that's really what I like, man. I love giving out stuff. Like I really do. I'm about to hit 1,000 followers soon on Instagram, CoastCollectibles _ on Instagram. I'm doing a crazy giveaway once I do it just to give back because my life has been changed by being a vendor.
That's awesome.
Even I've sold sneakers and sold Supreme since 2016. I went to New York City for the first couple times and just like took the bus up there, waited in Supreme lines, did all that. And I always liked that, but nothing has ever connected with me as
It's
much
so
as
different.
Pokemon.
It's so different.
It's so different.
There's a, how do I even explain this? And I'm sure you guys watches this and listen to this, kind of get it. Like there's something in Pokemon that actually like connects to appreciation of the same art.
There's magic in it.
You know? Yeah. I like for sneaker, you're like, yeah, it's cool. But you don't got that mutual love, like, yo, you like the same thing I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's just down to there's a lot of Jordans out there. There's a lot of Nikes, a lot of this, but like the feeling of liking the same Pokemon and like liking Pikachu and liking Ash and his journey and seeing the story behind it, it's just something different, bro. There's magic in it. There's real magic in Pokemon. There's a reason why it's the biggest media franchise in the world. Mm-hmm. It's bigger than Disney. It's bigger than anything that you might ever name. But Pokemon and Nintendo, they got it on lock. Pikachu got it on lock. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I have a story about being a vendor. One really good story.
Go for it.
Out of all the ones that I've had. There was a customer that came to my table, and from one of the Blooming Waters boxes that I opened, I got 3 SARs in one box and 1 IR. I got 2 Charizards from two in the same box. I thought the box was fake after that. I was like, nah, something's wrong with this.
You live in an alternate universe.
I do. And Zapdos.
What?
In one box, 3 of them. And a Ivysaur that I graded and got a 9. I was mad about that.
Oh, man, I graded 2 of those and never came back at a 10.
Never. I had to buy a 10. But I had that card out on my table, and the Charizard had a crimp error on the bottom of it because I kept the other one for my master collection, my master set that I was doing, and sold the crimp error one.
Yeah.
So I had it out of my thing, and a customer had came through and he asked me like, "Yo, I'll buy every 151 bundle that you ever have." I was like, "Cool." So he said that, and then I went out and searched for more, and then brought it back to my table and texted him. I was like, "Yo, I got more." Still gave him a good deal, obviously, because that customer retention all day. But came back to my table, and he was about to leave, and said, "Yo, honestly, I just want to open up a pack, bro. Like, will you want to open up a pack with me?" I was like, "Sure. Do I get to keep what's in it?" But joking around, he bought it. I was like, "Nah, bro. All right, good." He gave me and Will a pack to open.
Yeah.
And he opened one himself. He was like, "Pick which one you want." And I always pick 2s. 2 is my lucky number. 22, 12, 24, all the 2s, my favorite numbers. And I'm very lucky with them. Picked the second pack. He opened up his first, got like I think he got a Charmeleon. Will opened up his and got nothing. I opened up my pack slowly, pulled a Charizard right in front of him. We went crazy from the bundle he bought for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we screamed this, that, and the third, clap, cheers. And he said to me, he was like, "Yo, the craziest thing was I came back to your table to buy your Charizard that you had in the case." So someone that a salesman would hear that and be like, "Dang, I just cooked myself. I opened up a pack and like now he got what he wanted. So now he's not gonna buy it from me." But I looked at that like, yo, my customer came back to me We opened up a pack, pulled a Charizard, and like he was so excited
Bonded.
after that.
You bonded.
I got a
Bonded.
customer for life
Some
now.
strangers, yep.
But strangers. But like that's what I mean by it's magical. Like you can't make things up like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those dopamine hit high,
That
man.
dopamine hits different, especially when you pull a bunch of trainers from packs your entire life.
Yeah.
But 151 always been good to me. It's my favorite set.
That 151 pack was definitely rare because it would have been a trainer otherwise.
It would have been
right?
a trainer. If he didn't bring it back to me, it would have been a trainer. I would have got like a Daisy's Help or whatever it's called. Or
Erica
Erica's
invitation. Pull too many of those.
Way too many.
Yeah. All right. That's cool, man. Well, so it gets spicy now, right?
It does.
Tell me, what are some of the negative things and the thing you don't like so much? Let's get into it.
Let's really talk about it, man. Through my vendor journey, I've always tried to look on the positive side of things. Always. Because like in the end of the day, it's a business. And the end of the day, I'm making connections and I got to be grateful for all the things that come my way. But there are some negative things, primarily just like the connotations that vendors get. We get a very negative connotation because all of other people look at us like we're resellers and things like that nature, right?
For sure.
But we're not doing anything different than that has been going on for hundreds of years. People have been bartering and selling things since the dawn of the dinosaurs. Seriously. So we're not reinventing the wheel at what we're doing. Now, I understand people's opinions of like the people that go to the vending machines and like buy up all the product and like do all that. Like that can get a little like, there's a little bit of iffiness in that. I personally don't do that. I get my 1-2 little bundles, might open one, might sell one, whatever it might be. But like, I can understand where the negativity comes from that. But people look at vendors like we're the scum of the earth. Like, oh, you reselling cardboard. Bro, people are out there reselling things that they're not supposed to be reselling. You know what I mean? I'm not about to get too specific, but like, people are doing things out there that are way worse than what any of us are doing. We're all just working people that are trying to make it happen. That's really it. Build a name for ourselves. Build up a reputation, one that's built a little bit in some love and also a little bit in some business, some passion. Now, there might be some people that are into the hobby that don't know nothing about it. I don't care about that. That don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't knocking nobody's hustle. But like, that's, I think, the worst experience that I get as a vendor. Cause I had some dude come up to me and he tried to sell me something and he was like, can you do 195? I was like, I could do 190. He was like, dang, it's really true what they say about vendors. Like, yeah, you guys, that $5 is real. And I was like, yo, it goes both ways, bro. Cause I gave out so many 10% today to all my returning customers. Let me eat my $5. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta get my little El Pollo Loco bowl. I gotta get my little, I gotta get my little something. You know what I mean?
Tropical.
I gotta get
that
something.
doesn't exist anymore.
I gotta live. I gotta eat. And I did so good business this whole day. Let me get my $5. But people, we get just negative connotation. There's a lot of memes that float around too, and I think they're funny, like about vendors. Like, hey, like I think some of them are funny, but most of the time, people are just kind of like trash talking, like, yo, you guys are reselling pieces of whatever. You guys need to die. Scalpers. I'm like, yo, you don't know what a scalper. I know people that bot. The botters, we can call them scalpers. No names. But you know who I'm talking about.
You know. Sorry, I'm gonna.
No, you're good, bro. Please
I'm gonna like once and for all. I like to give like my take of scalper and all these stuff, right? I always begin and end the argument with very simple logic, right? Imagine the person who's calling other people scalpers, right? They obviously are Pokemon fans. They're obviously trying to get products, right?
Of course.
Let's just say you who are listening, watching, if you are that person, imagine you open a pack, I don't know, let's just say Searching Spark. Let's just say that. Searching Spark. You pull the Pikachu, SIR, right? Top chase. You feel happy. Yay. You know, and you're like, okay, I like it. I love the fact that I pulled the top chase. Maybe it's not my favorite card. Maybe I want to make some, I want to sell it to get some other stuff to rip open again. All right, what do? You go, you sell it, right? What do you sell it for?
Whatever the market is.
Right. Would you sell it for less than $1? No. Never, right?
Never.
How much did that pack cost you?
More than $1.
But how many cards is in there?
10.
So you divide that?
By however much money you spent.
That's $1.
Yeah.
So why are you selling in market? Aren't you a scalper?
Yeah, real talk. If you only spent $1 per each card or less than $1 for the cards that are in the pack, why don't you just sell it for what market is? I mean, why don't you just sell it for whatever you bought it for?
Exactly.
Because we all got to make a little bit of something.
Everyone in this hobby is by definition, a scalper.
100%.
You just do not want to admit it because the fact is we are in such a crazy market with the shortage of product that it's easy to cast your first stone and just label anytime you are standing at a target, at a restock, okay, in line. The person in front of you is a scalper, and to the person behind you, you are a scalper.
All day.
It's just the nature of using that word as somebody who gets the product before you.
All day.
If this was a dead market right now and Pokemon cards are flooding the market, you wouldn't care if there's a person standing in a vending machine for hours checking out.
You wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care.
At all. You would not give any little bit of like care towards that situation because there's an abundance. It's plentiful. It feels good. It's like, oh man, he can have as much as he wants because I can get some. But when there's a shortage,
it's all about me now.
It's all about me. It starts breeding resentment. It starts breeding anger. Oh, why can't I get my pack and he got 39? Now, again, I agree with that because I think people clearing out vending machines when nobody else can get something is a little bit crazy. Like, I want to get a pack. I waited in line, whatever it might be. But in the end of the day, you got to look at it at the simple fact of, like, it's at a craze right now. Anything that's at a craze, like when the little Labubu stuff happened, who was into Labubus before they got crazy? Nobody. Who was really into Labubus before they got popular? I want to know. Because it seems like everybody at the same time saw Labubus and was like, oh, these things are a little ugly. I think them things are ugly as everything. They are ugly. But there's a bunch of people that see them and they're like, oh my God, they're ugly. But wait, they're limited? Ooh, now I got to get one because they're limited and ugly. But nobody...
It's not even about what they like or dislike, right? They just chase what
other people are chasing.
Right? What's popular, right? Yep,
and
100%.
I will admit on the same exact foot that the popularity of Pokemon brought me back in and I saw like the aspect of making a couple dollars off it. Like that was attractive to me, especially as a salesman, somebody that's been selling stuff since they were 16. And even before then, I had a little lemonade stand up on where I was. I had a little lemonade stand on my block. People would come by, give me a quarter, and I would just sell my little lemonade. You know what I mean? Make my little first business. I've been selling stuff since I was a kid. So when I see money attached to something, I'm like, oh yeah. But it has to be something I'm passionate about. Yeah. When the Pokemon market goes away, because one day, and I say the market, like, let me not say it goes away, but dies, when it dips down a little bit, when the hype leaves, I will still be doing Pokemon cards, 100%. I still do sneakers, very lightly, but I still will be doing Pokemon cards because I'm passionate about them.
Yeah.
These stories of me singing and dancing and doing all these things since I was a kid aren't never going to go away.
It was before
the market. I didn't even know what Pokemon cards was when I was a kid. I knew what the little Tamagotchis and little Pokemon cards was. You remember the little Pokewalker from Heart Gold, Soul Silver? I had one of them joints in my pocket and walked around with school with them.
Brave man.
I ain't let nobody see it, though. I ain't let nobody see it because they see the Pokewalker like, yo, what you got? I brought an original Game Boy to school with me in 7th grade to go play Pokemon between my classes. Had Pokemon Red in the back of it. Everybody like, yo, Troy, what are you doing? I brought it to school so I could like play my little Pokemon.
Yeah.
I do it for the love of the game, man. I love Pokemon. So to cycle back what you're saying, if I'm a scalper, if he's a scalper, we all scalpers.
Everyone's scalping.
Because you got a whole notebook full of stuff that you come in to bring to somebody to sell for market price. You're not selling it for $1. Yep. You're not selling it for less than $1. You're selling it for what the market says. It's supply and demand, baby. You can't be mad at supply and demand. Be mad at the game. You can't even be mad at the game, honestly.
It's just hypocritical, right?
It's hypocritical, bro. Or just give away your stuff.
Yeah.
Get your $1 back. Come to me. Give me $1. I'll give you $1 for everything you got.
Imagine that customer turns around, right? And be like, oh, why don't you offer me your card at $5 less? They wouldn't do it.
I would never. Nobody
They wouldn't even take a percentage.
At all.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
It'd be maddening.
Yep.
You very good point, though.
Next time before people, y'all cast a first stone, just think about, the other perspective. I think that's how I see it.
All day. I love that. That was a good one. I like that one. I'm going to use that one going forward.
Yeah. See? Start and end the argument.
That's it.
Because that's what the hobby is. It is based off of freaking hype, monetary value.
Yeah, hype and monetary value.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
You don't see the stock market, but like, oh, you know what? That's all. But that's the parallel, right? Like,
it is.
People buy, people sell. Prices go up, and people sell, and somebody else buys that stock at that
same
exact price.
You never get mad at people for wanting to buy Nike stock at full price.
Yeah, you don't go to Wall Street and just scream, "You scalpers!
Y'all all scalpers for
all
buying
these
the
stock
stocks
and selling it.
What are you talking about?
Elon Musk, what are you doing?
You
You
got
scalper."
this Tesla stock is $500. Like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, it's just nonsense. Very much nonsense. Can't get down with that. That's my worst. That's what I don't like about it. That's the one thing I don't like about being a vendor. But if that's the one negative that I gotta take, I'll take it all. I'll take all the positives.
Nice. Now, then with that said, I think next question for me is like, obviously being more relatively young in your vendor journey, craziest time in the market. I want your take on this market. Like, what do you think? Like, just how insane is this? And look, I always say, man, like Pokemon vending, like 6 months is a long time. It's a long. People don't understand that.
No, it's bad.
Like, I feel like I haven't seen my friends and family in just the 6 months I like truly started. I'm like, who am I? I look back at pictures. I'm like, I had these. Like, what? When was this?
Oh man, bro. Well said. Very well said, man. I have this market is nuts. This market is nuts. It is volatile as any GameStop stock has ever been. You know, you remember those days. Yep. It is volatile. This market is crazy. It shifts every day. Every day. And like, not even every day, honestly, like every 10 minutes, to be honest with you. It just shifts so much. It is so crazy that this card right here went from the most graded Pokemon card ever. From a base set Charizard. It was a base set Charizard before. Yep. From one of the first cards to ever come out to one of the most modern cards ever. What year did this come out? 2023?
Yeah. Something like that.
I tried to get that card and I didn't succeed on Pokemon Center. But one of the most modern cards ever to ever be in this market beat one of the oldest cards in all of TCG history. This beat it. That's how crazy this market is.
And being expensive.
It's not cheap.
And it's going up right now.
It's going up.
As we speak, guys.
It is not cheap. I still beat myself up about this. I was walking around at one of the events and I passed up on one for $9.50. I don't know why I did that. My brain wasn't working. I was like, $9.50? That don't make sense.
Man.
I looked. I was like, it's a $1,200. What am I doing?
You don't know how many times people, like, I had this card, like, at $8.50. And people are like, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. I'm like,
I never sleep on Pikachu.
Never bet against Pikachu, guys.
Never. Don't ever bet against. I'll bet against Jordan before I bet against Pikachu, man.
Pikachu don't age.
Pikachu don't beat his wife.
Pikachu don't have injuries.
Real talk. I'll bet on Pikachu any day of the week, bro. Any day.
Yeah. But, I mean, so to continue that topic, right? Mm-hmm. It's obviously crazy.
Very.
How do you project yourself, right? And what I mean by project as in, how do you set yourself up to not fail? Because I'm sure a lot of people who are watching, listening, they're probably interested in doing this.
Of course.
Or just started, or maybe they've done it for a long time, right? But I want to hear from your mind, like, and tell the audience, how are you, in your first go around, how are you setting out yourself to be successful? Because you say you want to do this for a long term.
Absolutely.
What's your secret sauce? Tell me.
So it really always goes back to one of the most age-old tales that we've ever heard, is watch and listen more than you speak. Always. You got 2 ears and a mouth. You got 2 ears and one mouth. So always, and your 2 eyes too. Always watch and listen more than you speak. I constantly ask questions. I constantly inquire about any new trend that might be popping up that I might miss, or I just get around people that are more successful than me. I love having more successful friends. It's one of the best things that I've ever done in my life. And you got to set your ego aside sometimes, because some people get all up in the mix like, oh, he's better than me. I don't really want to be around him, this, that, and the third. Oh, I want to do my own thing. I had to get rid of my ego to learn how to be around people that are more successful than me, because they've allowed me to be more successful than others, and allowed me to be sharper to when things happen. And honestly, taking risks, not being scared to take risks when it comes to things. Just analyzing. Like, I'm not sitting up and watching the market all night. I don't think anybody's. There might be some people doing that. But I'm not doing it. Like, this ain't crypto.
I do. No. But these days I have to.
But these days you have to. Like, I gotta reprice cards every day.
Man, you don't understand. Every time, like middle of the night, I wake up before I even like go to the bathroom
and look at
like,
TCG player.
Did it go up?
Did it go up? Did it go
down?
Because I don't want to get
I
cooked
can
in the
sleep
next
now.
show.
Yeah.
Real talk though. Like, I've done it. I woke up before, but like, yo, how much is Lugia now?
Oh no, it's still the same.
Man, it's
Go
still the
back to
same.
sleep.
I wake up when it's more. But that's my secret sauce. Is just listening. Yeah. And then also taking a little bit of a risk sometimes. I took a very big risk this like past couple days for a card that was on TCG Player that I sold a lot of this weekend for over what TCG Player was. And like I needed more of it and nobody else had more of it. So I went on TCG Player and I bought 35 copies of it. So I can have it for the next one. Watching trends, seeing what people like, talking to people, talking to your customers all day. And the biggest thing out of everything, besides listening and watching trends, customer satisfaction. The age-old tale of like the customer is always right? I don't really believe in that because people are wrong. Just because you're giving me money doesn't mean you're right. But there's a sauce in that to be like, listen to your customers. I listen to what my customers want. My customers want certain things and I always have to be fresh. Every week I try to have new cards, new this, new something. Even if it's not gonna be popping, even if it's not the most whatever, I try to have something new because I know my customers are gonna be out there looking for something that they don't have. They've seen me already have the 151 Squirtle Bulbasaur. They've seen it already. They see a million vendors with it.
They see that damn Charizard you pulled.
They see that Charizard
still sitting there.
Still sitting there. It's actually going. This crazy part. I forgot what I traded it for. I think a Pokemon Center ETB or something like that all day. I love Pokemon Center ETBs. That's a good stock, by the way. Pokemon Center ETBs, that's the one problem that they can never figure out. They'll never make enough for everybody. Hold on to them. Put them in storage and just forget about them if you can afford to do so.
100%.
And it's always a risk, by the way. Don't take financial advice from me. I think I'm fairly successful, but don't take financial advice from me. Do your own risk and your own analysis and research before you do anything. But I think Pokemon Center ETBs are the stocks. They are stocks, literally. I have a whole storage unit full of them. And I ain't gonna sell them.
What's your address again?
355. But like, that's my secret sauce is just having new stuff. Always being new, always being fresh. Because people get tired of seeing the same old things. They need a little bit of entropy in their life, man. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of newness. Like, oh, you got this going on? Oh, you got this? Oh, you got this? Always keep it fresh. That's why I learned these stories from my uncles that was always outside and always trying to do things and always selling stuff that they wasn't supposed to be selling, but making it happen no matter what. Always have the freshest clothes, freshest new J's. Look like you belong. You never want to be caught up in the old trends, the old this. Man, throw something new in there. Upsell. Oh, this is starting to pop lately. Don't miss out on this. Because a lot of these people that are collecting, outside of them collecting
They're collecting the trend.
They're collecting the trend, yo. They're collecting, okay, if I buy this card right now at $1 and it's super cheap and it pops to $10 and I buy 20 copies of it, just made $200.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
The hotness, right?
These yes.
Tag teams.
What's
going on, man? Walk me through your mindset right now. As we discuss right now, we go on the roller coaster. So remind the viewer what's happening. Recap and then walk me through your thought process now.
Tag teams are the one card to me that doesn't make sense. They do make sense, actually. They are beautiful artworks, very beautiful artworks. Two Pokemon next to each other doing whatever they're doing. Either that's whether they're doing a certain pose, a certain action, or like just being together. Some of the hottest cards on the market, and they're beautiful. But they are some of the most volatile things ever. And especially one that we talked about earlier, that Gengar and Mimikyu. The alt art and a PSA 10. And
that's the equivalent of the GameStop.
Yes, all day. That's the equivalent of the GameStop stock all day.
Parabolic straight
up. It in like one auction, it jumped like $2,000. Do you understand how crazy that is for one card? There's no gains like that exist out there, really. Like in a realistic sense, in a conservative sense, there aren't gains, there aren't 2X's that exist on a very like, you know how hard it is to turn $1 into $2?
Yeah.
Like that's difficult. Like think about that. No matter if it's $1,000 into 2,000, $1, 50, turn a penny into 2 pennies by doing nothing but standing there.
Last person that did it was Jesus.
You turn water into wine, and now wine is worth
Right. One fish to 2. Let's go.
The only person that did that was Jesus.
Yeah.
So like, do you?
We all
understand?
Jesus on a
We all
weekly
Jesus
basis,
right
bro.
now, right? That's all these cards. We are really like, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's difficult to do. So tag teams doing that overnight. Like I still have tag teams, not a lot of slabs because I just think that they're too volatile. I don't trust them because auctions clearing at like 2,000 and the next auction below it clearing at like 1,000 and then 1,500 and then 975.
Clearly manipulated.
Very, very shilled. There is, I mean, it's obvious at this point. Like, there is groups behind this, 100%. They are
100%.
pumping cards, selling them to each other on TCG accounts, on eBay. They're selling them to each other. And it's setting the new price of the card so they can put their card on the market, their multiple copies that they've had since tag teams weren't popping, their old certs, put them on eBay and get $1 million for them. It's 1,000% handmade, man-manipulated.
If you want to take a look at this as evidence, and I would tell you the exact card. So I'm sorry if you get called out, but look at the Sylveon Glavador. You know what I'm talking about?
Carnivore?
Carnivore.
Oh, from the alt art, right?
Yeah. Man, that card is crazy. Like, I'm also being pretty new. I don't remember all my tag team cards. All of a sudden, one weekend, I just see like that card popped up left and right. I'm like, wow, I never seen that card before.
Neither have I.
Right? And I'm like, wow, this thing is actually the top chase and it's expensive. Cool. Then like fast forward, maybe like 2 weeks later, I acquire the card, do a trade, and then I'm like, okay, cool, right? I'm ready to like have it go up. Man, all of a sudden I start seeing numbers, right? It cleared 2,000, and then the next like 2 days later, multiple auctions end at 1775 exactly, or like 25 bits, right? Clearing. Multiple, like just think about that. Multiple auction with over 20 people bidding, and
All at the same number?
the exact same price. Like you can't make this up.
You can't. And that's what drove a lot of the hype into tag teams in general. And that's where not the average consumer, but the above average consumer, the whales that have all that money, they're like, oh, this card going for how much now? Well, I need to get it because like, I don't care if it's what it looks like. It's expensive, and I want the expensive cards.
And then when it dropped, guess what? They're like, oh no,
man, I got
sell it before
it drops. That's exactly.
And then it pops right back up. 2,000.
2,000.
Multiple sold listing for 2,000. That's exactly what it is. And I just see that for a week. When it dropped, 1725, 1775. When it goes back up, 2,000.
Doesn't make sense.
I got out of it. I was like, I don't want to touch that thing anymore.
I don't want to touch that card. I had those, and a lot of those cards raw too. Let's just talk about the Garnivore and Sylveon in like raw condition near mint is like a $700 card.
Yeah.
Do you understand how crazy that is for a single to be $7? I don't buy any singles that are above a certain price point because I know I'm going to be stuck with it. And then also what the average consumer is now realizing is like grading is the thing everybody wants to grade.
Yeah.
They know if you have a single that expensive and what it goes for, there knows you have it for a reason. So it's not gradable. It won't get a 10.
That's right.
So you're going to get stuck with that. You're
That's
going to get
100%
stuck with that
right.
big brick. So singles over like a certain price point, like once I start getting like $200 or $300, I don't touch those, bro.
Yeah.
I really don't. And I regret, there's one tag team that I really regret not getting because I always cycle back like, do tag teams deserve the hype that they do? I think the cards are beautiful. The cards, a lot of them are beautiful. The Mew and Mewtwo promo, where Mewtwo's sitting down and Mew's behind him like having a float.
I showed you that card earlier.
Yeah, you did. That card, that same exact card, when tag teams started like buzzing up a little bit, I saw it. And I was like, because again, all that time, I didn't see all the tag team cards. I'm very new to the TCG. We both are.
Yep.
So I didn't see that card before. I was like, yo, this card is sick. Raw was like $100 because it was just starting to climb. But I seen how much it was climbing. And I was like, no, I don't want to buy that. Like $100. And I'm seeing a chart go like this.
Yeah.
Not very often do charts go like this. They go like staircase. You know what I mean?
In this market, though, I don't know. Everything is going like that.
So I saw it, and the slab was like $700. And I'm like,
regrets.
I'm like, man, I ain't buying that. Like, I ain't buying that at $700. Do you $700 for a Mew and Mewtwo? I ain't buying that. It might be cool, but it's not worth that much. I opened up the thing the next day, and that car, the next day, and that car was $1,000. I was like,
crazy. I should have bought that car.
that was my first thing. But it was just confusion. I'm like, what do you mean it jumped $300 in a day? What happened? That's why when I know, there's a fear and greed index. I know you've heard of it before. Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy.
100%.
But when it came to those cards, I didn't know whether to be either. Because it's like, when does it end? Every bubble pops. When does the bubble pop? And what my analysis was, and what I thought, where my safety point was with the Lovebirds. I looked at Lovebirds and I said, Lovebirds is getting to the point where it's going to clear 10K. If Lovebirds clears 10K, the bubble's going to pop.
You think so?
And Lovebirds cleared 10K and the bubble doesn't pop. So I said, I'm good, because I don't know when it's going to end. That was a very, very like hard gut feeling. I'm like, yo, 10K is going to be done.
Did you see the latest listing? The Lovebird went back down.
It did.
92. Just a day ago.
I'm not going to say much besides that, but that was the card, because Lovebird started it all.
Yep.
All the YouTubers, Ash Ketchum, Deep Pocket Monster, everybody, I said YouTubers, TikTokers, influencers, whatever, they all started opening team-up packs, and that card went up and up and up because people were chasing it. They started buying the 10s. They started buying raw copies online, shot the card. Someone came to my table 2 weeks ago, three different people came to my table and tried to sell me a Lovebirds, a raw Lovebird. And I was
man.
That's when I knew something was off. I was like, yo, my gut feeling started kicking in. I haven't seen this card in months.
Why would people sell it now?
Why are people trying to sell it now? What's going on? To this day, I never had a Lovebirds. I have a Chinese one that's my cousin. Shout out Anthony. I love you to death. You got me into this. Whatever you ever need in this life, I got you, brother. I love you. You're the best cousin in the world. But like, once I saw people trying to sell it raw, they were asking $3,000 and comps was like 25. I'm like, son ain't right. And there was this one dude that came to my table. He was trying to sell it for full comps. And shout out Alan for giving me the tip and trick on this one. You know the little the magnifying glass, the jeweler's loop. I looked in the jeweler's loop and I looked at Latios's head and there's a single pixel missing. I was like, nah, bro, I'm good.
Nice.
But because I probably would have bought it. I probably wouldn't have either way. But like, once I see people trying to sell it raw, once I went with my gut feeling of like, yo, 10K, and that's when it's gonna be done. And then now, since you're saying it's at 9.6, I haven't been watching that card ever since then. I've barely been watching tag teams. I'm like, yo, let me go on to what I believe is gonna be the next thing. Now that you say it's at 9.6, I think that my prediction might be true. I think it might be true, but who knows?
We just talked about it, right? Like, all the tag teams, like, I think I talked to vendors this whole weekend, and everybody's kind of dipping out. And you know what? Here's a lesson. I actually talked to somebody, a future guest, may I add, who told me something very, very insightful. And I couldn't believe I didn't really think about this, because I knew this concept, right? And I knew this because I did day trading during COVID.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
There you go. Yeah. See, we're more in common than you know.
Yeah, bro. We finding out more about each other.
So hear this. I think you appreciate it and you'll know this. There's only so much money that can be pumped into a certain market.
All day.
Right? That explains everything.
Yes.
If the money is pumped into tag teams, that means something else is not being pumped.
Yes.
Right? Moderns.
Yes.
Right? Modern was down. Hella down. When people acquire tag teams, right? So let's think about the investor. Let's say I'm an investor and I have money and I'm looking to like just buy and then sell at a higher price, right? Mm-hmm. That's all I'm doing. I don't really have to love it. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm buying tag teams as they're going up. I'm buying.
Trying to catch them at the low or whatever you think.
Right. Yeah. Now, a month and a half later, I have all these tag teams. Because I'm loaded, I'm baller.
Yeah, you chilling.
And guess what? It doubles. Look at the Pikachu Zekrom.
Doubled.
When I sold it at 900, I thought I was like, I'm good. Double that.
My
right?
partner sold it at 600.
Right. So now as an investor, I'm going to sell. This is the time to cash out,
Yes.
right? And guess what? Some other people who are like, oh, wow, I really like tag team. I didn't know I loved tag teams before, but now I do. I'm a collector, right?
I'm a collector.
Maybe they bought a, Pikachu Zekrom at some point. Now this person who was just like buying for the money, they trying to sell. The market was already filled with Pikachu and Zekrom, and he couldn't sell it.
Yep.
Guess what he's going to have to do?
Panic sell it.
Panic sell it a little bit, right? So now there's enough copy, right? It's kind of what my lesson is here. There's enough copy to go around because we're not talking about low pop stuff, right? Still relatively available. With enough money in the market, you're going to find that card.
What do you consider like low pop?
Low pop for mid-era, I think less than 1,000.
Okay,
Has to be less than 1,000, right?
Fair.
And especially in metropolitan area.
Yes. Oh,
think about
absolutely,
it, right?
Yes.
So, and it's just like you said, you haven't seen the lovebird for like months. All of a sudden, there's just all these lovebird popping up, right?
Yep.
There's a reason, right? People take it out of collection. It's time to cash out, right? So with enough money in that card behind it, you're gonna start seeing copies.
Yes.
And when you start seeing copies weeks after weeks, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna start slowing down, right? That's when I realized, right? And that's go back to the lesson. There's only so much money that can be pumped into the market at any given day.
Yes.
If you think about a single day or a single week in this case,
24 hours.
right? As a trading analogy, right? Institutional trading, individual trading, there's only so much money can be pumped into it.
Yes.
And once you pumped into it, you can't just immediately sell, right?
Yes.
So you have to sit on this inventory. Now your money is locked up. Guess what? Ain't no money. Other stuff ain't pumping, right?
All day.
And once you started seeing more copies, means people sold into the market.
Yes.
And us vendors have it. And we are trying to get rid of
Sell
it
it
at a higher
afterward,
price.
yes.
That explained the manipulation. And when certain things start going wrong, just like you said, you're like, oh, I sold it. It's potentially a trap. There's a risk to it. I don't want to pick up anymore.
It's a bull trap.
Right? Exactly. So when enough vendors started seeing the same exact situation happen and start thinking the same way, guess what's going to happen? It slows down that. But again, the lesson here is when tag team slows down, guess what?
Something else got to pick up.
Something else has to go up. So that's the lesson I learned going back to that question, which is like what you said. Keep your eyes on the street, if you will.
All day.
Because
see what the streets are saying.
something is always moving.
Listen to the people that buy stuff from you. Listen very, very closely to the people that buy items from you, because your customers will tell you everything that you want to hear. Because they're the ones that are giving you enough money to where you can keep doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And once your customers all start asking for something along a certain line, that's when you know that you are in an early enough bubble to get it. Don't be late and don't linger like, oh man, if a customer asks me for a card and I don't have it, most of the time I will tell my partner like, yo, hey, hold this down real quick. And I will walk to go find it from another vendor, or just go walk to find it in general. And to add on to what you said about like only so much money being into a market, exit strategies, when is the right time to leave, this, that, and the third. My business partner, Will, who I'm going to continue to mention because he's a hell of a dude and a great individual, he told me this. He said, market cycles are very weird, but there's three things that you could take from it. And I forgot the third thing, but two of them really stuck with me. He's like, when exit strategies happen, when you leave out of something, there's three things really, but I told you I forgot one that you could do. You can either be lucky or you could be early.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lucky, so I'm going to be early. When I start hearing things, keeping my ear to the street, I've had multiple other vendors. Oh, I'm getting out of tag teams, bro. I'm getting out.
Yes.
I've never heard that. When tag teams were moving, everybody was, man, sell me tag teams. I'll pay 95%. I've sold tag teams to other vendors before for 100% comps. You know how often that does not happen? No vendor is going to buy it 100% because they got to make something. I'll buy your stack. I'll buy that sticker. I'm like, so when I start hearing people, especially people that are smarter than me, people that make more money than me, and this is why I love hanging around them. Oh yeah, I'm getting out of this. Once I hear that from someone that has more money than me, I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm out. I'm following you. I might beat you to it, to be honest with you. Because I'm not getting stuck in a bull trap. Every bubble got to get popped every single time. It can only get so big, so much money, so much this. Once you start hearing, keeping your ears to the street, and as a person that is very street smart and prides themselves on being street smart, that's where most of my education comes from.
Yep.
I'm out.
And I was already kind of like, skeptical in the last week or so. But what really hit that home run for me was this past weekend, right? I don't know why. My gut feeling was like, I can spin the Sylveon Gavador one more time. It's a beautiful card.
Very
beautiful. And my
card.
wife likes that card.
It's an amazing card.
Yeah.
It is.
I was like, okay, even if I'm stuck with it, I don't mind, right? But anyway, I took that in and I was like, okay, let's see if people want it. What's the appetite, right? Number one, no one asked for it. They see it. No one even wants it. I'm like, okay. And I immediately think like, I know that card, there's certain audience to that card without the monetary value. Women and children.
Yes, all day.
Right? Women and children not going to pay $2,000 for that card.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, okay, I already have my signal. Just all but confirm at that point. But then I walked the show and I had a vendor who's a pretty big vendor was like, hey, I have these tag teams. I have multiple copies of it. Do you want to trade something? I just want to rotate my inventory. And that person have about 10 of each, the Mew, Mewtwo, and the Pikachu Zekrom. And I was like, my Sylveon ain't doing much anyway. I can probably have 2 cards instead of 1, break it up, easier for me to move, right? So I was like, okay, let's do it. Did the deal. As soon as I came back, I thought about it for a second. I'm like, okay, I can make this work. And then throughout the day, I'm seeing other vendor with the same pair because this one vendor had like 10 copies. I'm like, oh, crap.
He's getting rid of all of them.
He's great. Immediately, my sign like just bam went up.
Get out of it.
I got out, and man, it was the best decision.
Absolutely.
Because I got out, I sold the Mewtwo for $1,200 cash,
Which is a great price.
Yeah,
Which is a great price.
I saw a listing sold at like 14 online, and I was like, okay, let me get out at 12. I'll
I'm good.
And I came in less than that, so I was like, I made $50 just doing that.
All day.
Fine.
I'm fine.
Took the cash, took the tray, and traded the Umbreon VMAX because I always wanted that card back, right? So I was like,
It's a good card to hold.
yeah, exactly.
That's another one of them that started like that whole pump and everything else like that. That's a story for a different day.
But see, again, like certain cards goes beyond iconic,
Yes.
right? Your price point would never go back to where it was.
No, at all.
Lovebirds would never go back to 5,000.
No. And it's gonna set a new low probably at like 7.5, maybe like 6 if it gets really, really bad. But even then, it's like not.
You want to hear my hot take on this? It will stay at 9. What's gonna happen is you just won't see any listing or being sold
Probably, yeah.
for a long time.
I agree with that.
It won't drop because people committed to that card. It's iconic, and they say, you know what? I came in at 9. I will refuse.
I will refuse. I would rather die than lose 9 than lose 3,000.
I just wait
4,000.
until the next cycle, and it will be a $20,000 card.
Yeah,
Easy.
no. That's what I'm saying about tag teams as well, or like just the market in general. Everything repeats, cycles repeat. So tag teams is gonna have another really big pump one day.
100%.
Whether it's 3 years from now, whether it's 4 years from now, 2, it could be next week. To be honest with you, we don't know, especially
And
when it comes to this
it'll
market.
double, triple
And
that
it's
money.
gonna double, triple what tag teams did the first time. It's gonna probably be even worse, and everybody's gonna slowly rotate back into them, get their hands on it. But right now, as a person that literally lives on revolving inventory and the need to consistently have new product, having an $800, $1,200, anything above that asset locked up it's just nonsensical.
You know, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I have terrible strategy. I do this for, you know what I mean? Like I do vending, but I'm like, I do it for fun. I'm like, let's lock up my money.
But yo, it's a stock. When you have a stock at a certain price, sometimes you don't mind holding on to it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I commemorate any strategy. You know what I mean? Because any strategy is a good strategy. Any strategy is better than no strategy.
100%.
Rather than just being like, oh, I got the card. Oh well. Be like, yo, I got the card. I'm in kind of high
sell
on
the
it.
next week. Yeah, no, don't do it, guys.
That's where Pokemon be killing me sometimes, and just markets in general is panic sellers. If everybody just calms down and thinks with their cabeza and is like, yo, look, it's slow right now. It's not going to be slow forever. I can afford this. Let me just cool out. If we all did that, eventually you will make some more money. But if you panic sell things, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot and you're shooting everybody in the foot. You're shooting yourself in the foot and you're shooting everybody in like the pinky toe. Cause it's like, yo, you're affecting everybody because you can't do certain things with anxiety, my boy. You gotta chill. You gotta breathe. You know what I mean?
The biggest lesson I keep repeating on this podcast, right? And I tell people, listener, viewers who may just get into a hobby, listen, guys, collect what you like. Please.
Please collect what you like.
Because you know what? Two things. If you care about the money more than ever, just look at your money. Don't buy cards.
That's it.
If you care about the card and you say, I'm going to chase the money value, you're not enjoying the hobby.
At all.
And finally, even let's say you buy a card and the price immediately tanked 50%, as long as you enjoy it, guess what? You can hold it.
You can hold the card and you're never going to be at a loss. You're going to, because the value of the card is in your love for it. It's not in your...
It's not tied to the dollar.
Yeah, it's not tied to the dollar at all. And nothing that you love should be.
We talked about this earlier.
We did.
The card is literally $1 in its raw value.
Exactly. That's all
That's
it's
it,
worth.
guys.
It's really just worth $1. Like, the market and people selling it is what made it worth more. But the card is worth $1. So if you really like something, and I want to echo what you said because you said something very, very important that, like, I just believe is so passed up on. Collect what you like. Any new collector coming into the hobby, don't let people FOMO you into something because you're like, yo, it's hot. Yo, it's this. Get what you like. Because when you get what you like, you're never going to regret it.
You know, hot take, right?
Hot take.
I hate Gold Stars so much. I will not buy Gold Star.
You mean to tell me, think about this, everybody. I know Gold Stars are old. I know they're like cool arts. I think the Espeon is really nice. Like that's the one card that I really like, the Gold Star Espeon. Shout out my cousin for that one because he kind of got me into it. And the Gold Star Kyogre. That's my favorite card that I don't have yet because I'm going to get it eventually. That is crazy when a Gold Star in like any single grade is selling for thousands of dollars. A one is like cool. I guess that one trend came out of nowhere. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like all those grades in there. The Gold Star Espeon on like a 7 is still worth like $11,000. Isn't that insane? A 7?
I don't even look at any other card. Just look at the top 2, the Rayquaza, the Charizard. It's unreasonable.
One of my good friends, had a Rayquaza that he bought from a dude in a binder for like $100, by the way. Like, I don't know how he got away with that one. Like, shout out you, bro. You're a dog. I'm still trying to find those.
He murdered that guy
He shook him down. I was like, bro, who did you kill to get this? Like, he sold a banged up, beaten, it was a bad card for $2,500 of Rayquaza.
Oof.
And it was, I'm talking about terrible. He didn't even clean it.
Man.
Like, it was beyond the one. PSA might send it back to you and be like, don't give me that card. Like, that's how bad that card was. $2,500 for a raw copy that's like that. Insane. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's things that I've had one Gold Star come to my table and my partner got it. And it was the Japanese Kyogre. The Japanese Kyogre that you can only get from like going to an event. I passed up on it because at the time, like my brain didn't compute that it was a Gold Star. I'm like, I don't care. It's a Gold Star, whatever. And he got it. He sold it. He traded out for a tag team, right? For a tag team, he made money on it, so it doesn't matter. But like, he traded that card out, and I was like filled with so much like dang, I passed up on my Grail. Like that's literally one of my Grails, a Gold Star Kyogre, because Kyogre is one of my favorite legendaries ever. But that all aside, I'll just wait till it goes back down, man. It's too hype right now. Doesn't make sense.
Look, again, going back to that original point I was making, I, as a collector, hate the Gold Stars.
They're okay.
They just look like you put that card out in the sun for too long. The color got burned off of it. I don't see the appeal. Again, I came in during the modern era, and we talked about it earlier, right? Like the original Pokemon, I never liked it.
Yeah,
People's gonna shaft me for it.
You say that. I was like, dang, you don't like.
I always thought it was so ugly. I always thought the Pokemon was so basic.
The old arts, right? For like
old art, the old character, everything, right? 151 never really like
did it for you.
No. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like for me, like I got into it. Obviously, Pikachu is it's beyond iconic,
that's
right?
The guy.
Yeah, and when I finally got into it with my daughter, and I did some research, and I'm looking at the modern like art, and I'm like, wow,
they're beautiful.
Modern arts are insanely beautiful.
No, it's not even a comparison.
Night and day for it. That's what draw me in. So honestly speaking, I will pick modern art any day. And again, hot take, nobody's gonna love me for that.
I don't think that's not a super hot take. I really think the old vintage cards, right? They're iconic. That's all they are. I think if people truly look at them, they are ugly. It's all just half arts, bro. They're all little window arts, and they don't look that good. That's when the artists were just learning how to draw the characters in a certain way. And they all always had a certain style.
Nintendo didn't give them that freedom to draw,
to do whatever. They were but that makes sense as Nintendo as a company. They're like being very strict at that point. They're like, yo, we're launching a new franchise. We needed to be Nintendo with how big of a name they already had at the moment, coming off the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo this and Nintendo that. I had all those consoles, by the way. They gave them very few creative liberties. Now they're just like, go nuts. You've been with us for how long? Do whatever you want. But those old vintage cards, I'm not gonna lie, they are ugly. They're not very appealing. I just think they're iconic, and some of them I'll never forget. But that doesn't mean that they're not ugly.
Yeah,
good point.
Exactly.
I agree.
And so like to me, I don't collect. Even though like Gold Star, I have my chance, right? Obviously, as a vendor, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'll take in if it makes business sense. But I would not like, PC that.
No, not at all.
Just not me.
First off, like I heard this one thing. Burbank Sports Cards, the dude that runs it, the card father, that's what they call him. With all the money that he has in the world, and I don't know exactly how much it is, but I know it's a lot more than what the average consumer has.
What I have.
Yeah, me too. But there was a $10,000 card that came on his desk, right? $10,000 card that came on his desk. And I was like, I forgot what the card was, but it was a beautiful card. It was a sports card. And I was like, dang, bro, what you going to do with that one? You're going to put it in the PC? He was like, no, I can't afford that. Once he said that to me, my brain shifted. I was like, he said he can't afford a $10,000 card? And he has like 30 employees in this store, revolving showcases, storage units with hundreds of thousands of cards in them and all that. And I started doing the math, and I'm like, he said he can't afford this. So why do I think that I can?
Right.
Why do I think that I can afford to be like, I'm going to go pocket this $500-$600 card? I'm not doing that. Like, the only cards that I have in my PC is the Bulbasaur from Stellar Crown, which is like $100-something, which I don't,
I love that card.
It's a beautiful card. One of my favorite cards, actually. It's a beautiful card, and it's a couple $100. It's less than $200, actually. And then I have the other card that's on the table right in front of us.
Yes,
one of the
we'll
two.
get to that.
We'll get to that in a little bit. But like, that's it. I don't really have expensive cards in my PC because if I'm hearing what I would argue as a millionaire, because I'm going to say he's a millionaire at this point, say that he can't afford a $10,000 card, why would I pocket anything even close to that? And Gold Stars are very close to that, if not above it. So
silly money.
I'm good.
Silly money. Yeah.
Silly money.
Yeah. So that gets me to the next segment of this questions, right? For what are some of the new wave Pokemon cards that you're looking out for, right? Like, again, we talked about Tag Team already. We talk about Modern making a comeback. there's megas right on the horizon, right? The new mega set starts of the new era.
Which is going to be crazy.
You know, I want your take on how are you both as a vendor and as a collector? What are you looking forward right now?
Honestly, this always goes back as to listening to the people that are smarter than me, listening to people that make more money than I do. But my cousin told me this when I first got into the hobby. He said, keep your eyes on Level X and Prime cards. And I looked at those cards. I'm like, yo, these is like, they're like, like they not like, they don't really got much sauce to them. You know what I mean? They just kind of like, they're just okay, to be honest with you. But right now, there is a slow trend in Level X and Prime cards starting to go up. And he told me this back before I started vending in October when I first started collecting. He was telling me Level X Prime cards, Level X Prime cards, Level X Prime cards. And I slowly got like a few of them, this, that, and the third, sold them off to like very, very niche things. But at that time, like with me first getting, again, revolving inventory, it doesn't make sense for me to hold a bunch of like thousands of dollars of Prime cards that nobody else is going to buy except for like one specific person. But I heard there was this one dude that came to me this weekend and said he was looking for Japanese Level X and Prime cards. I said,
boom.
Wow, he was right. That's all I need. Now I'm going to look for Level X and Prime cards. There was one that I passed up on 2 weeks ago that I really regret. And I'm like, why did I pass up on it? And I pray that vendor still has it because I'm going to go buy it from him this weekend.
Yep.
But like Level X and Prime cards, raw, doesn't matter, graded, Level X, Prime cards, that's what I'm really bullish on. I feel like those are next.
Interesting.
Obviously, Modern is doing its little thing right now, but because people are so tired of mid-era and how expensive it is, but like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think that has a chance to really move as well. But Level X and Prime cards, that's what I believe is going to start being like the next thing, and people are going to be like hunting them down like wolves to get every Level X and Prime card.
What about megas? Like, and I want to hear your raw opinion, right? I get that. You know, we listen to the street, we listen to other people. I want your opinion.
And like megas, or just cards in general.
Megas, your anything. Talk to me.
Megas they always say buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what they always say. I've formed my opinion off of like just listening with people.
Yeah.
Because I try to make informed decisions. Because if I just made decisions off of no information, then I would just be lost.
Fair enough.
Buy the rumor, sell the news. I think all mega cards were pumping alongside tag teams, but like very lightly. Now they're about to shoot. They're about to shoot at least for the next little bit. But I think people are really hoping to see some of those new megas and some of the new cards in there. That Garnivore card from the new set is going to be a $400 to $500 card
right off the bat
for immediate.
Oh my god!
Not even a question. There's
and you know what?
There's Curlier, there's Ralts.
It's always gonna be the Carnivore curse.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody's gonna be able to afford it.
Not at all.
And you know why? Because the primary audience is women and children.
Yep. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. But
it's a desirable card, but
very, very desirable. I've had people reach out to me. Please, can you get this card for me on release? I'm like
can I even get this card in
get
general?
A booster box, like
right? Yeah, exactly.
But megas are about to. Old megas might stand still for a little bit, but this new set is going to be honestly worse to get than when Surging Sparks got everybody back into the hobby.
Man,
it's going to be worse than when 150. When I got into the hobby and nobody was able to buy 151, it's going to be worse than that. That mega set is about to go crazy, and plus, I've already announced a couple new megas as well. Mega Dragonite, Mega, like all the starters from that era are going to get. I'm like, yo, bro, this is going to be bad. Yeah, this is going to be worse. You thought you saw a Pokemon shortage recently? Wait till this mega set drops. You're not seeing nothing. You barely be lucky if Target even gets it. They might get one box and hold the rest for themselves. This mega set is going to be bad, really bad. You
want to hear my opinion on this?
I do.
I got out of my megas months ago. I only ever, I think, held the 3 starter, right? Charizard, Bulbasaur.
Very safe cards.
But yeah, Venusaur, not Bulbasaur. Blastoise. Got out. Never want to touch it again.
Megas are scary. They are. I do think that there's room for them just because of that new set, but they are very scary cards. Like I have a few megas. I don't have any mega slabs. I've never gotten a mega slab ever. I was always very, very skeptical on them. I was like they're cool, but like, are they that cool? Buy the rumor, sell the news. I have a few raw mega cards that I just got to get rid of. But those old EX full arts, those I'm actually like, I have one of those, but I don't get those, bro. They not that cool looking. You know what I mean?
You know why I'm so bearish on them, and
What
trust me,
the old EX
no,
full arts?
just megas, just megas in general, right? And maybe because I'm objectively looking in this because I was not part of that generation, right? I look at it and I'm like, okay, look, megas moved at the same time tag team did, right?
Yes.
Look at the tag team movement. Look at the mega movement. It
Not even
trailed behind
Way
so
behind.
far, right? Only 1 or 2 cards was really at a unreasonable price range. And when somebody does have that card, namely the Rayquaza, it barely sells. It just sits there, right? Now, like you said, right? Sell the rumor, right? When I look at the new set, and we all knew it was coming, great. I look at some of the data points of previous history, objectively. Every single base set has done poop. Okay? Maybe history won't repeat itself. No, right? I think 2 things that comes into my mind. Either A, history repeats itself.
And this one does terrible.
Mega does terrible. People are like, oh, I really only have 1 or 2 cards that I really like. Megas immediately die. Or I'm wrong. Mega, the new mega set does really well. And because all these new, collector, new vendor, new generation chasing, and the Omega still dies. Why would anybody chase the Omega when the new Mega is out?
It's just collectors at that point. If the collectors already got their hands on it, they don't care.
To me, like if I'm new to this hobby, right? And to me, I got into this because maybe I'm coming in N of SV, going into megas, and I'm like hearing the hype. I have no reason as a brand new collector to go back and chase the Omega when the new Mega's right in front of me.
Yeah,
like
that's a very fair point.
you know what I mean? Like and look again, not financial advice. I'm just talking the evidence points here, right?
Yeah.
When you look at the movement, the price point movement of probably the best example is the Mega Charizard one.
Yes.
The one that was sitting at 500 for the longest time, and then finally now it's like
The Flash Fire one? Or?
not the Flash
That's
Fire,
fine,
but the set.
Yes.
The 3, right? That one. Because that's the one that moves the most liquid one,
Yeah,
right?
all day.
At 500 price point, just at a good price where people can afford it, and then now just starting to go into the 700. Look how long it takes to move $200.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It took a while.
When tag team already cycled through multiple iteration
Of hundreds
and hundreds and
dollars.
thousands of
Yes.
dollars.
Yes.
When you think about that tells me the desirability is purely hyped.
Very down.
It's purely based on speculative market. And people who are looking at it and say Mega is going to be fantastic is subjectively looking into it. I get Mega is the best.
Wave and this.
Well, it's the best gimmick.
Yes,
right?
I agree. Yeah,
Right.
I don't think any gimmicks have been better than that so far.
But my counterpoint is, at this point of the hobby, you're talking about all new incomers who don't even know what that gimmick is.
True.
And for them to chase a $4, $5, or even $700 card raw, it's not realistic. In a slab, in a single, you don't get near mint condition anyway.
Ever.
The brand new collector is not going to be like, oh, I like the new set. Let me go spend $500 on the old set when I can spend $500 ripping packs.
No, very true. It is. So
Doesn't make sense, guys.
it doesn't. I would only say the reason why I have a little bit of confidence in it is just because of that gimmick, but that's my little bit of confidence in it. Like I can't say that I'm fully bullish on it. I just have small glimpse of hope that because of that gimmick, it might pump up a little bit. But honestly, we'll just have to wait to see what the market. None of us can control the market. You know what I mean? I think that you bring up a lot of really good points, and so like maybe this is as a person that's not, I wouldn't say heavily invested in it at all. I have very few megas, like very few mega singles. That needs to be something that I heed, and I'd be very, very cautious about me buying them. I was already cautious about buying them, but if I don't get them at a certain price, I don't get it. because I'm not gonna get caught in a bull trap.
Yeah.
I don't like bull traps.
Ladies and gentlemen, how often do you watch a podcast where we're not pumping? We're telling you to be cautious.
No, look, that's hard.
That's how you know it's real when it's spicy.
Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them crypto podcasts, they be talking about this, that, and the third X, whatever. You know
I'm
what I mean?
just saying, man, the magic card.
Yeah.
All I gotta say, the Steinberg glass. Look what happened, guys.
That bird dropped. That bird went from what to like, I think peak was like 130, 140, and what is it at right now?
Well, you're talking about raw, yeah. Like
Raw.
now
Oh,
it's
you're talking
like
about the 10.
less than 90, yeah.
Yeah, the 10.
10 was at like
Almost
5,
yeah.
450.
Dropped
Now
all the
it's
way
like
back down to
350.
350. That's a big drop. To anybody that bulk bought that card, I pray for you, brother. You better hold on to it with your life.
I took it in and I took an L and I moved out of it. I don't want to touch it again.
You want to know what's funny? I got that one at in a tag 10. In the tag 10, right? People like to argue tag 10, PSA 10. They like to equate them in value a lot, which is, it's reasonable, slightly reasonable. It's hard It's hard to dethrone PSA though. Like they're the kings, so you can't.
That's the currency of this market.
Yeah, it is. That's literally the currency of this market. 99% of vendors still only have PSA inventories. I had one tag bird. And a dude gave me a Destin Rivals booster box and $240 cash for it. I said, there you go. Enjoy.
Peace out.
Peace out. The next day, that card dropped like $50. Ooh. I said,
so glad.
Dang, that is dirty work. And that was actually at my worst show that I've ever had.
Wow.
That was at the worst show that I ever had. And that happened. I couldn't have been more happy. But also, I was only in that card for $130.
Oh, wow. That's
so
good.
I had room. Even if it dropped $100, I'm like, okay, I could still make $250 or like two and change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't got those birds anymore. I don't got a lot of like the overhyped promos. I don't really got them.
And you know what? You know what the final nail in the coffin for Mega is? For the old set, at least? Think about this. Why was Mega the, best Pokemon gimmick to begin with? What was the vehicle that made it that? Think about that for a second, everybody watching at home, listening. The anime. Do we have an anime with Megas? How many people, casual of your kids, growing up now, will be exposed to that gimmick? Other than the players and the one who's going to buy the game.
Yeah.
Right? You just don't get that same exposure.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree with, I don't know where the anime is. I haven't watched the anime since
it's the new cast. Ash is not there.
Ash ain't there.
It's just not the same.
Are there even Megas in the new one yet?
No.
Maybe?
No. There's no announcement of the anime, right?
That's hard. Okay, so
you
that
see
might
what
be,
I'm saying? That's the final nail in the coffin. They are legitimately... They basically, look, Black and White and the Megas, back-to-back, is a previous set. They're recycling
Yeah, they are.
a previously successful product.
Arguably the most successful Pokemon games and well-renowned, well-loved Pokemon games, Black and White.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? Now the Megas. But my point is, I've talked to so many brand new collectors coming in who are like mom of kids who just got into it and they got more committed, just like me, right? Mm-hmm. I don't care about Megas. And I know they don't care about Megas. They got into Pokemon because the kids got into it and now they couldn't stop spending. They would love the new Mega sets, but ain't nobody going backwards to China chase. The only people that's doing it is the investor, the market seller. And guess what? Again, when you start chasing the money, and guess where the money is going into the modern? I'm calling it now. In a month and a half, 2 months, I could be right or I could be dead wrong. Leave me a comment down below somewhere.
Please leave a comment.
Let me know, man. If you disagree, give me your take. I would love to hear that. I'm sticking to it.
Mid-era might be washed out at this point. I just think it had its time. Like, I still have a small glimpse of hope on Mega just because I have a few of them, so I would love to see them go up. But that doesn't mean that I'm not actively trying to sell them every day. Because, revolving income. That's the biggest thing. I didn't mention this earlier. What I think is about to shoot up crazy, trainer galleries.
Do you realize you're not the first person who said that?
Trainer galleries. I keep a binder, and anybody that's ever bought anything from me, my binder The first 6 pages of my binder is all trainer galleries, and they're still so undervalued. I'm talking about beautiful arts, beautiful Pokemons doing beautiful actions, and they have not shot up yet.
You know who said that on this same exact podcast?
Moss,
Yeah.
trainer galleries. Trainer galleries. That's the ones. Trainer galleries are the ones. And man, anytime I get trainer galleries in my possession, I sell them just because, again, revolving income's better, slow money better than no money. But trainer galleries haven't popped yet. They haven't popped. And it doesn't make sense why they haven't popped. They have been steadily, some trainer galleries have been like $1 to like $7, $10 at most, like in that era. The one.
Guys, just look at, for those who, again, maybe new to the hobby, trainer gallery. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But if you just want a crash course, Crown Zenith. 90% of Crown Zenith is trainer galleries. Okay,
and beautiful hits. You would not be mad if you got some of those cards as hits at all. Beautiful cards, beautiful holofoils, beautiful arts on Pokemon that are very underrepresented in the TCG and just Pokemon
Even
in
some
general.
of the Sword and Shield black border trainer galleries.
Yeah, the black,
paying
crazy,
attention to them.
bro. I have a bunch of them. I'm telling you, I could show you my binder. I wish I brought my binder with me. It's in my car, but like, bro, trainer galleries are the ones. Trainer galleries have a really, really, really big future.
Yeah.
And because it's modern and money's starting to flood back into modern, I always call them bullet holes. I have bullet holes in my binders after every show because people just take out all the trainer galleries. They take this one, this one, this one, this one. Why are people grabbing them now? Because they're beautiful, because they're collecting what they like. Again, what we talked about, people collecting what they like, and they don't cost that much.
And most importantly, they appeal to the mass audience of what Pokemon
They like
collectors are.
Yeah.
Women and children.
all day. Beautiful. They're not like super, they're not scary. The average person, you could afford a little $10 trainer gallery, a little $5 trainer gallery. They're the hottest things in my opinion, and people are going to be searching for them. But I was on trainer galleries. I see what trainer galleries do for me. I told you I got bullet holes in my binder every single time. Every single time.
Look, if you need further evidence, right? How many female or maybe kids, even to an extent, will walk up to you or me and just be like, my favorite Pokemon is Lugia.
Not many.
How many female then walks up to you or kids walks up to you, be like, hey, I'm collecting Mousehole, Tinkaton,
Hand to Mouse, Pikachu, mice Pokemon, like little small ones. They love it. Cute, adorable. It's like I go up to customers at my table, the ones specifically girls, right? They'll walk up to my table. They'll be looking. They'll be like, "What do you collect?" They'll be like, "Oh, whatever I like." I'm like, "You like cute stuff, don't you?" She was like, "How'd you know?" Throw the binder on the table. Look through these. She pick up like 4 or 5 cards from all trainer galleries, mind you, or like a couple full arts, and she'd be on her way.
100%.
All the time.
100%.
All the time. I get that sale. I've almost copy and pasted that sale. I've copy and pasted that sale at every single show ever that I've done because I know what people like. I can see it in your eyes. I know what you like. You wearing pink. You got a little charm on your bag. Oh, you like cute stuff, don't you? How'd you know?
You know what? The one that doesn't make sense though? No girl likes Sylveon.
Yeah, right. No, I actually do. I have one.
No.
Yeah.
In relation to what you think would be the population.
Not a lot of them.
Nobody likes
I got
Sylveon.
one real big Sylveon collector, and she's like an amazing. Like every single time I get a Sylveon, I give it to her 10% off because she just collects Sylveons. Like that's her thing. But like a lot of girls,
General public do not care.
Like that, and it's expensive. It overtook Espeon as is the second most popular evolution because it was Espeon and Umbreon for a while. I think Glaceon's better than all of them, by the way. I like ice types; those are like my favorite mons ever. But like Sylveon is the second most popular evolution, but I feel like I only need very sparingly.
You know what's the second most popular? Eevee.
Yeah,
The non-evolution.
Yeah, the non-evolution.
That's what I'm talking about, right? Women, children, they come up. I'm like, oh, you like Sylveon? I'm like, no, I like Eevee.
Oh, you got Eevee cards? Flap the binder.
It's time to pump that market, guys.
Time for evolutions to go to the moon. Pumping all Eevee cards.
I can't pump Eevee.
I know,
It's already
whatever.
It's
already
that's like
expensive.
saying people like Pikachu,
Yeah,
right?
it's like saying we're gonna pump all Pikachu
I ain't
cards.
telling you
It
no
doesn't make
Eevee
sense.
cards. Ain't no Eevee SIR up in here, all right?
At all.
Calm down.
Unless you want to pump the promos are going back up from Prismatic. They've been going up a lot, bro.
Well, it's the dessert one, right? You're talking about the SPC one.
Not the SPC one, from the regular ETB. The
Oh
regular
my
ETBs.
God.
Yo, I have a buyer. She was like, I will buy every single one of them that you sell me. And I have a page full of them. them for her. She buys them from me. Now I was getting them to her for $5, $6. Now she got to get paid $7 for every single one of them. But like those promos are going back up. Eevees, all the little cute mons. It's time. It's time. Modern is doing its thing. Trainer galleries are next, everybody. You heard it here first. Trainer galleries are next.
All right, disclosure, no financial advice.
No financial advice. Please do not. If that's what you can afford to lose, and do what you want.
You cannot stand looking at Eevee in the mirror every day. Don't buy it.
Don't buy it. Straight up.
Yep.
Don't do it.
All right, cool. So one more question, and we'll get into some of these slaps here. We have high on the table here.
Yep.
What's your immediate and future goal
For
as
Pokemon.
a vendor and Pokemon collector, whatever you want to do? How do you see yourself through this wave going into the next? What do you want to do? Why? It goes back to that question, right? You start doing vending for a reason.
Yes.
What's your outcome? What are you hoping to achieve right now?
Yeah, no, that's a really, 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 really good question. And I honestly think my biggest goal is to create something sustainable. There are people that thrive in markets even when they're down. So that's my goal, is to thrive in the market even when it's down. I want to build up an online presence. I want to build up a very, very good social media following with Pokemon, with all things TCG, slowly piggyback off of maybe other TCGs that are more popular than Pokemon at the time, and just build up like a good reputation as a vendor that just, not even just a vendor, but as a collector, build it up as like someone that's very interested in the hobby and can survive off of online presence. I've always been a person that's been adaptable. That was like my name that I went by for a little bit. Adapt, that's if you know type of thing. But I've always went by as like I've always been adaptable. Mm-hmm. So as things change, I change. But because I love Pokemon the way I do, I want to change up how I do it, but not lose it, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So like, I just want to build up a good online presence, man. I know I got a personality of like, I got a one-of-a-kind personality. People like me. They naturally attract to me. They want to do business with me. They want to do this. So if I could pour that same exact thing into like an online presence and get people to really follow me, like, and show love and support my journey and this, that, and the third, I can weather any storm.
Yeah.
I always did video games too. I edited my own videos for like YouTube and all these other different things for a while, playing video games. And so if I could pour that same passion into Pokemon and also mix it up with gaming or just anything else that I do and just show love back to the Pokemon world and just to the gaming community as a whole, I'm gonna survive well.
Nice.
I just want to build up a reputation.
Okay.
I want people like people outside of everything else. That's why you have customers. They don't just like your cars. They like you. They want to come to you. They won't go to anybody else unless you do them wrong. If you do them wrong, you'll lose a customer. Yeah. The card doesn't do them wrong. You could sell a card to me and the card loses $100, but I'll never be mad at you. I'm mad at the card. I'll be like, dang. Well, if I was chasing the hype, you know what I mean?
For sure.
But like, they'll lose. People like people.
Yeah.
And if they like you, they'll always stick around you no matter where you go, as long as you ain't doing no, nonsense. But even sometimes if you do nonsense, they'll still follow you. But
for sure.
Like people. My goal is to build up an online community, build up a space to where I can still kind of tailor to collectors and Pokemon people in general, but also tailor to the audiences that I made with my games and tailor to like just people in general and do it all through what I like.
Nice.
So that's my goal.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Well, that gets us into that next and final segment here, right? Mm-hmm. As usual, I like to have my guests bring a personal belongings in this case. And let's talk about it, man. Like, show me what you got, why you bring it, why does it matter to you, what's the importance here?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, the first one would be this Lugia from Silver Tempest, the card that got me back into the hobby.
Sorry, guys, this is an ugly card.
It is. It's not that bad, man. This mother clean, man. He with the little fisherman jumping over him, or he's jumping over the fisherman. This is the card that got me back into the hobby. This is what made me rip packs first to begin with. Even though I slowly quit after this is the card that did it all. This is the card that just really birthed my love back into Pokemon. With one of my favorite Pokemon, mind you, doing an entirely epic pose and just like, I don't know. And I like the fact. I hate the fact that it's pumping right now because it's pumping crazy. Like this card went from $600.
Don't say that. I need to pick up that card before you say
It's
that,
not
guys.
pumping. This card is not pumping. Do not buy it.
You see all the listing goes up.
It's like,
Oh my god,
bro! Jeez.
damn it! It's only a Tuesday here, guys. I still got 4 more days before the weekend.
By the time the episode comes out, this card is gonna be like $1,500.
Don't say that. All right, I'm gonna edit this slow.
Everybody take care. Have a great day. But yeah, this card is the one that got me back into the hobby, man. It's one of my favorite Pokemon doing what they love. There's a couple other Lugia cards that I really like out there, but unfortunately, like Lugia is kind of expensive, just kind of like naturally. They got that legendary
they don't have good
allure.
cards.
They don't really got good. I have one other Lugia EX, like a full art one from like the EX era, and it's cool, but like this is, in my opinion, one of the best Lugia cards they ever made. It's like by far.
You know the Japanese version is better.
The paradigm trigger, right?
No, yeah. But just the same card. The reason I say that is because the texture, the coloring, because the English version, just everything looks black.
I will always say this, and I mean, most people will say this as well as they get into the hobby. Japanese, every other language does it better than English. Every other language does. Chinese does it amazing. Korean kills it. Japanese always does what they do. I have a couple Chinese cards that make English cards look like a toddler made them. I don't know what they be doing. Whatever they do, they put.
Man, that new Gengar with the Pikachu. Oh my! I want it
from the Chinese one.
I want it.
I want it too, but I think I saw pre-order it. That card has dethroned the Sunbreon from Prismatic as the most expensive card in Scarlet and Violet. Raw.
Crazy.
What's it sell for, like $1,900?
No, 25.
25?
25.
I guess I saw the wrong thing. 25 is crazy.
Week 1.
For a raw card?
Yeah, and it's Chinese at that.
And it's Chinese. That's
not even English.
Imagine what it's going to be in a 10. What do you guess? Just take a guess.
I mean, just double it, right?
Yeah, right. That's always safe, right?
Just
5,000 to 6,000. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
And it's hard to pull too. Apparently,
and I can't wait because Chinese cards is already going down. I can't wait for that to go down so I can buy it.
Apparently, there's Bubble Mews in that set too.
Yeah, no one cares.
Nobody cares, right? Because the English Bubble Mew doesn't make sense neither. What, like $1,400 card?
No. I tell you though, that Bubble Mew is gonna be as iconic as the Lovebirds is. Mark my word, in 10 years.
10 years. When we look back at Scarlet and Violet, like we do for every set that's ever existed for Pokemon, we look back and say, what are the most desirable and like standout cards in Scarlet and Violet?
Yep.
151 Zard, obviously, right? Bubble Mew. The Charizard from that same exact set, Paldean Fates. Let me keep going. What else is Scarlet and Violet? The Umbreon. Duh.
Yep.
And I mean, what? There's not really a lot of other.
Man, not even that. Like, it's a simple logic for me, right? And I don't want to pump this. Hopefully, this episode goes out late. When you look at that card, do you see any other card that looks anything like it?
Not at all.
Even the 151 Charizard, you can be like, okay, it's a full art, it has a picture, it has a background, it has a Pokemon, cool.
That card is ugly, by the way.
Ugly.
You ever seen his neck? It has a short neck. Charizard has never had a short neck ever.
Yeah, and he's like this tiny
like this big,
compared to the rest of the picture,
I just say it's iconic because it's Charizard.
Exactly. Yeah. But when you look at uniqueness, there is only, I thought it was only one, but apparently there's one more Bubble Mew previous to that. And again, it's so old.
The Korokoro?
No. There's another one. I was educated, but I'm not gonna help anybody speculate here. My point is, there's another one that is Bubble Mew. However, my point is, in the modern era, when we're talking about which card is gonna rise to the top, like the Lovebirds, right? And I'm categorized these as like Pokemon card royalties, right? Mm-hmm. Lovebirds, Ponchos, right? Like the Gold Star level, right? The next wave of Gold Star. My personal opinion, that Bubble Mew is going to get there.
I mean, I agree with you. I think that's in no comparison to any other card that's in Scarlet and Violet.
Does not exist.
It doesn't exist. That card is in its own like reign. It's a crazy card. I think the card is beautiful, honestly. Like, I think it deserves the hype that it has right now. It's expensive, which sucks, but like it deserves the hype. That card is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, do I ever see it reaching like Lovebirds level? That's a different story. I think that like I think there's a lot of copies of it, and a lot of people have already kind of stocked theirs away.
I don't think so. I think it will.
What is the pop on it?
I don't know. But look, again, my point is this, man.
Stand out.
That card, you know why it stands out to me and a clear winner? When you look at the Lovebirds, what do you notice the most?
The heart in the middle.
Not the Pokemon. When you look at the Bubble Mew, what do you notice the most?
All the Pokemon in the background and just the bubble
The simplicity
of how it is.
okay, is universal. That is subjective, man. It's not a subjective. I don't care if you like Mew, you don't like Mew. Doesn't matter.
Mew is one of the most loved Pokemon ever, by the way.
Again, subjectiveness aside, when you look at it, it's a simple picture that you understand, right? Even as someone who never, ever touched a Pokemon card, and you look at that card for the first time, it's like, okay, I understand this little, I don't know, this little bear-looking Pokemon,
Whatever it is
trapped in a bubble and is having fun. And look at all these characters in the back. It's
background.
cute. Everybody's having fun. It's universal. It's a happy message. It's not fighting.
Nope.
It's love and peace, and it's gorgeous.
It is. It is a beautiful card.
10 years from now, guys. Mark
10
my
years
word.
from now, watch. I mean, look, I agree with you, bro. That card is insane.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
It's
Like,
not a complicated message.
no, not at all.
And that's why it's going to be the top.
Fun fact about Bubble Mew. You know it's not shiny.
Yeah.
It's not shiny.
No.
Go back and watch the first Mewtwo movie where Mew first comes out of the water. It's the pigment of how far down it was in the water that made the card blue.
Yeah.
That if once Mew got above the surface, they just captured the image of what it looked like below the surface in the artist. But like the card's not shiny. It's just the pigment of like what they captured from the water. Because literally watch the movie. As soon as Mew pops out of that bubble, it's pink.
Nice.
That's why I really like that card though. It's insane.
I like that card. I keep giving away, but
Yeah, I need to hold on to one of those just
I
for a little bit
know,
longer.
eventually.
You know what I mean? I gotta get a new cert. I gotta get 12 cert. You ever tried to crack a 12 cert slab?
no.
Don't. It is the most, whatever PSA did with those slabs, it's like reinforced steel. Like the plastic bends before it breaks. It's like, I can't even explain it, bro.
You know what I start using? I start using the tile clipper instead. It's hard.
You have to pry the card open. Like you have to crack the side of it after a while and just like slide down like a, like a toothpick when you ever went to the dentist and they like pick in your tooth. You have to use one of those to like slide that. You have to pry it open. You can't crack it open anymore.
Ugh.
Go get a 12 cert that's like a 9 or like an 8 and just try it. And then we'd be like, bro, I cannot believe.
I'm about to have to. Yeah. So I will.
Oh, let me see yours.
I will demonstrate one, and I'll let you finish up with the last one here. So I recently picked this up. Is a, how do I even say this, man? It is a Rayquaza XY promo from Tokyo Skytree. So Tokyo Skytree is, I think it is still the world's tallest tower.
Okay.
Okay. Iconic.
know that.
I've been up there a couple of times already. It's beautiful.
Humble brag.
You get to see the whole Tokyo skyline, right? Essentially, because it's the tallest building, or towers, I should say. So they did a promo where they give away this card. So why I want to, showcase this card is because, again, Rayquaza, check box number 1. XY promo, check box number 2.
Texture.
Pokemon stamped, check box number 3. Beautiful card, check box number 4. Low pop, check box number 5. It got everything going for it. And man, you should see when I found this card, like the first time, like maybe about a month ago, and I just realized the opportunity. And I was trying to get one. And at that time, it wasn't selling like high. It was like 3. I think last sales was 3. And I think auction was going for 5. I tried to get one. I was trying to like, man, last sale was 3. Nobody on eBay would have like sell it to me at 5, right? And I had my chance at one, I think at $550. I'm like, oh, that was too high. Next day, $650. I was like, oh. I had to hit up
The homies.
my distro. Got this low, I think, I want to say $860 at that time.
Dang.
You know what it's doing now?
12.5.
13.
13?
Yeah.
13, ladies and gentlemen.
13.
13.
Ugh.
Oh man.
But
That's scary.
Beyond the money value, though,
beautiful
I came to grew and really like this card, and I think that's the theme today, right?
It's what you like.
I don't care if this card goes back to 500
at all.
Nobody has this card.
I haven't seen anybody.
People come up to me and be like, "Oh, what is this?" And I'm like,
"Oh yeah,
I'm about to hit you with the doo-doo-doo-doo, man." You know what I mean? I tell them, they're like, "Oh, how much you asking for?" So I was like, Nah,
you're good.
I'm gonna let this cook.
I gotta let it cook. Put it in the pressure cooker, dog. What is the pop on it, if you don't mind me asking?
It's low in the thousands.
Oh, I love it.
Low in the thousands.
It's a beautiful card, bro.
And it ain't getting anymore. It ain't getting anymore, right? Nope. You're not getting graded.
You know how hard it is to find that? First off, to find it in the 10 is even rarer than find the card by itself, but you're not finding many people that have that card.
Exactly. So, and again, let's not pump the market here, man. But when you look at megas, I'm thinking way ahead already. I'm thinking a couple of sets beyond that. I'm thinking a Rayquaza. There's a reason why all the Rayquaza is going up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just saying.
He's not lying.
Saying.
Listen to this guy.
I'm not telling y'all to buy stuff that's not already on its way up. So, again, not financial advice. I can't give you financial advice because it's already happening.
It's already happening.
Just look at the data yourself, right?
Look at it.
I'm just.
The proof is in the pudding. That's really
100%. I told you this is gonna be controversial. I don't care. I'll tell the truth.
I love it. You're supposed to tell the truth, though. That's what this is about. The most controversial TCG podcast out there. You heard me?
That's right. So I looked at this and I was right doing my research, right? Man, now this card is like 12. I think this still have room to move.
I believe so.
I just don't know if I ever want to get rid of it. It'll be hard, man. Because I think about like cards with low pop, the opportunity almost outweighs the monetary value.
Yeah.
Because if I sell this card, what's the opportunity that I can come back and get this card again?
That's something that I've also realized, like as a vendor, and that's something that I learned. The opportunity of finding certain cards again outside of the monetary value is like beyond, it's worth it. That's exactly why the other card that I have right there that I won rolling dice, by the way, don't roll dice, don't gamble. I got it for free.
No.
Which you can never beat. Free 99 is always the best 99.
Free 99.
But like when you look at cards, like what are the odds that I'm going to run into this card again? What are the odds that somebody's going to post it? What are the odds that someone is going to want to like sell it at a certain price?
Get rid of it, right?
Get rid of it. Like why? Why get rid of it when it's so, first off, it's expensive. First off, it's hard to get, and like all other things in between there. Like you're not prying this from me unless you ask for a couple. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
You got to pay for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think you got a solid investment, doggy.
For sure.
Don't let it go.
For sure. I'm not. I mean, no PC, but this is PC.
No PC. PC is a weird way to say inventory, right?
That's right. That's right. All right. Go back to your turn. Wrap me up with that card.
Look, man.
Let me see, man.
So
you got the voltage guard on and everything.
I had to. It's too nice to not have the voltage guard. This right here is one of the cards that caught my attention from one of my good friends, Gunner, Metalcore. He goes by online. He had this card, and we were rolling dice, by the way. We were not supposed to be doing that. It was
no rolling dice,
no rolling dice. Don't do it. It's a Friday night. Was it a Friday night? Saturday? Thursday? I don't know. Roman was with me. Shout out Roman. And I saw it in his case. He was trying to sell it. I don't even know. I think he was going to let it go for like 150 or like 2, right? But I saw the comps on it, and the last sold was like 350. But I was like, do I really want to pay 150 for a card that I like this much? Like, I did. But like at the same time, I was like, eh. So we were rolling dice all night. I was cooking him. And then he brought this one into it. Was like, I'll throw this on top with everything else that you already winning against me. Because when you roll dice, you don't take anything out. You just keep on going until everybody gets tired of losing much money. He threw this one on the stack. He was like, I know how much you like this. And I was about to quit. I was about to be done and take my haul and go home. I was like, you can't do this to me, bro. Threw this one on the stack, rolled, and I won. I immediately put this in my pocket. I didn't care if I lost anything else that night. I wasn't going to lose this. This card means so much to me. When I saw it, it brought back every little bit of nostalgia I ever had from watching Pokemon. Because I don't know if you ever watched the Pichu Bros, like their little episodes they did with Pikachu, where they helped Pikachu get back to like his original friends and everything else like that. When I saw this card, it just brought back every memory.
Happiness, man. That's what
Happy,
it is.
bro. And I was like, first off, like it's a Pop Series card. So those are already pretty hard to find.
Yeah.
Like it's at least in good conditions and like good 10s or whatever it is. But then I saw the pop on this card. it's sub 1,000. I mean, it's sub 100. Sub 100. And lowest listed right now, I think on eBay is like 900 for this. But outside of the monetary for this, what are the odds that I'm going to find another person that has this, that wants to sell it, that wants to do all this?
Wasn't living in the middle of Kansas.
That lives in the middle of Kansas that I got to go to. Nobody else really has this. So, like, I haven't put this out on my table at all. Like, I don't want to even begin to get eyes on it or anything else like that. Because then, you know, they say everybody has a price. And then if someone offers me something stupid, it's going to be like, oh, I want to take it. And I could always go buy the one on 900 on eBay. But, like, that's not the point, bro. I want to hold on to this card, man. Like, I love and even if it goes down, I mean, I got it for free, so I don't really care what it goes to. But, like, even if this goes down, goes up, Pichu Bros, like, iconic, brought me back. He was helping they was helping him get back to where he needed to go. So,
beautiful.
Yeah, they're a beautiful card.
Lesson of the day, man. Collect what you enjoy.
Collect what you enjoy. Don't ever let it go. It's not about the money.
So, I tell you, man, some of the hardest card I ever had to, like, debate about letting go, and oftentimes I don't, is the one that I graded.
Yourself.
Yes.
That
and
hurts.
you know why? You know why? Because, like, that's actually the card with the most margin I have, right? Yeah. If you think about it.
Because you graded it and you got all the upside.
I beat the system.
Yeah.
And I've earned it. And to me, like, that means more money to me than the money itself. If I bought a card, I'm like, oh, cool. Right? It's just a number. It's turning, whatever. I can be in and out, in and out, in and out. When I grade something, I'm like, nah, I earned that.
I earned that one.
Yeah. Recently, I got that, the Mewtwo, right? Which I showcased it in Mr. Moss episode. That card is hard for me to let go, man. I can't. I dig it. You saw the closest I came to let go is just like replacing it. That's it.
Yeah. It's a hard card to let go. It's beautiful too. People like to argue that's the best Mewtwo card ever.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie. They might have me with that argument sometime because that's an iconic moment for me too. Mewtwo in that tube before he blew out of it in the first movie when they were doing all the experiments and everything else like that. He got out. He murdered everybody. Everybody died. He blew up the whole island.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact about that Pichu card. Last thing that I want to add on to it. The last sold version of it, or the last sold one that sold on eBay, was the cert right before it. So this cert ends in a 7. It was the same exact card, but it ended in a 6. So the person that, I don't know who Gunner got it from, but he got it from the person that graded a bunch of them, or at least 2, because he sold that one right before it, and now that one.
You know, someone out there is a big lover of that card.
I know, and now it's mine, so I'm a big lover of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love this hobby. I love Pokemon. It's something for me that it's going to be in my soul. Like, my kids are going to watch it and they're going to love it. They're also going to watch Dragon Ball, but they have to. But that's a story for a different day again.
Different day. All right, man. Well, let's wrap this up. Tell everybody listening, watching, who you are, how to find you on social media. Promote yourself. Go for it.
Thank you, brother. Look, everybody, my name is Troy Collins. I go by CoastCollectibles online, Coast Junior as well. Man, the best way to find me is going to be Instagram or on YouTube. My YouTube is Coast Junior _ My business Instagram, the one that I shoot all my collectibles through, is CoastCollectibles _ Born and raised Middletown, New York. I love what I do, and I'm never going anywhere. So get used to seeing my face. That's really all I got to say.
Thank you for tuning in on this episode. We will come back with another episode. Man, you know, we talked for 2 hours. This is now officially the longest one.
This is the longest one?
I might have to cut this episode in 2 pieces.
Man, a 2-piece?
Yeah, 2 piece, man. You get a 2 episode. You get a 2 episode.
A dual episode?
Yeah.
Get to see these 2 handsome people.
That's right.
I mean, they should.
Wow, I'm going to have to invite you back as well, you know?
Man.
For more like long hours of talk.
Man, I could do talks like this all day. I don't get winded.
No, for sure. All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate you.